Sarah adjusted her worn-out apron as the lunch rush hit its peak. The small diner buzzed with activity, tables packed with impatient customers, the kitchen staff clanging away, and orders piling up faster than they could be served. Sarah, despite being exhausted from her third double shift this week, kept a smile on her face as she navigated through the chaos. At one table, a middle-aged man banged his fist lightly on the table. "Hey! I've been waiting 10 minutes for ketchup. Is this some kind of joke?" he snapped. Sarah quickly grabbed a bottle from the counter and rushed over. "Apologies for the wait, sir." "Here you go," she said warmly, placing the ketchup in front of him. "Finally." "Don't expect a tip," the man muttered under his breath. Sarah didn't let it bother her. She simply nodded and moved on to the next table, where an elderly woman, Mrs. Hanson, sat alone. Sarah had served Mrs. Hanson for years, she was like family to her. "Good afternoon, Mrs. Hanson. Need a refill on your coffee?" Sarah asked with a gentle smile. "Oh, dear, you read my mind," Mrs. Hanson said, struggling to push her empty cup forward. Sarah refilled it for her and placed a few extra napkins on the table. "You're too kind, Sarah. I don't know how you keep going with all these cranky customers around," Mrs. Hanson said. "Just part of the job," Sarah chuckled. "Kindness can go a long way." Unbeknownst to her, someone was watching from the far corner of the diner. Elon Musk, wearing a simple baseball cap and sunglasses to blend in, had been quietly observing Sarah's every move. He hadn't planned on being here, his meeting in the city had run late, and he decided to grab a quick meal without drawing attention. But what he witnessed captivated him. He leaned back in his seat, impressed by how Sarah handled herself under pressure. He could sense that she wasn't just going through the motions, she genuinely cared about the people around her. The door to the diner jingled, and a new customer walked in, a young man named Daniel, barely in his 20s. His clothes were worn, his sneakers tattered. He hesitated near the entrance, his eyes darting nervously around the room. Eventually, he approached the counter where Sarah stood. Hi," Daniel mumbled, fumbling through his pockets. He pulled out a few crumpled dollar bills and some coins. "Is there anything I can get with this?" Sarah glanced at the money, quickly realizing it wasn't enough for even the cheapest item on the menu. She looked back at Daniel, who seemed embarrassed to even be asking. "How about I make you a deal?" Sarah said gently. "You sit down, and I'll bring you something to eat." "On the house." Daniel blinked, stunned. "Wait, what? No, I can't let you do that." I'll figure something out," he stammered. "It's okay. Just pay it forward when you can, all right?" Sarah said with a reassuring smile. Daniel hesitated for a moment, then nodded, his eyes welling up. "Thank you. I don't know how to thank you." Sarah waved it off and quickly prepared a plate of food for him. Elon watched the entire interaction, his expression softening. He had seen many acts of charity in his life, but there was something different about Sarah. She wasn't seeking recognition or praise, she was simply being kind because it was the right thing to do. Elon pulled out his phone and sent a quick message to one of his assistants. "Find out everything you can about this waitress," he typed before finishing his meal and slipping out of the diner unnoticed. A few days later, Sarah was wiping down tables when her manager, Mr. Collins, called her into his office. His face was unusually serious. "Sarah, close the door," he said. Her heart sank. Was she in trouble? "Is everything okay?" she asked cautiously. Mr. Collins leaned forward, his eyes wide with excitement. "We got a call from Elon Musk's office." Sarah froze. "Elon Musk? Like, the Elon Musk?" "Yep. Apparently, he was here the other day. He saw how you helped that young man and how you treated the customers. He wants to meet you." Sarah's jaw dropped. This can't be real. Why would someone like Elon Musk care about me? I don't know, but you've got an invitation to fly out to one of his offices next week, Mr. Collins said, handing her a printed email. Sarah stared at it in disbelief. The following week, Sarah found herself in a sleek, high-tech building, feeling out of place among the polished executives and cutting-edge technology. She was ushered into a spacious office with floor-to-ceiling windows, where Elon Musk greeted her with a smile. Sarah. Thanks for coming, he said, shaking her hand. Sarah felt her nerves spike. I still don't understand why I'm here. Elon chuckled. You're here because you inspired me. I saw what you did for that young man at the diner. You didn't have to help him, but you did. You have a rare quality, genuine kindness. And I want to reward that. Sarah blinked, speechless. I'd like to offer you a position at one of my charitable foundations, Elon continued. You'll be helping run programs that provide meals and support to families in need. You've got the heart for it. Sarah's eyes widened. Wait, you're offering me a job. That's not all. Elon slid an envelope across the table. Sarah opened it and gasped when she saw the check inside. This is too much, she whispered. I can't accept this. Think of it as an investment in your future, Elon said. Use it however you see fit, whether it's going back to school, starting a business, or buying a home. You've earned it. Tears streamed down Sarah's face. Thank you. I don't even know what to say. You've already said enough through your actions, Elon replied. Just keep being you. Months later, Sarah was thriving in her new role, overseeing food drives and community programs. Her story had gone viral, inspiring people worldwide to embrace kindness and compassion. Back at the diner, Daniel returned, looking healthy and confident. He left a note for Sarah, thanking her for changing his life. Sometimes, it takes just one act of kindness to change someone's life. Sarah's story reminds us that the smallest gestures can create ripples that transform the world. The camera pans out as Daniel places a generous tip on the counter, paying it forward just as Sarah had asked. Be the reason someone believes in kindness today.